Was Nate Robinson brave for fighting Jake Paul and getting knocked out 3 times in one fight? Knuckleheads, welcome to the Fighters Rep, where we give you free fights, interviews, and fight commentary from the mind of a promoter slash attorney. So, after Nate Robinson got knocked out and sent into the next dimension 3 times by a YouTuber trying to become a boxer in Jake Paul, Jamal Crawford, another NBA basketball player, came to the rescue of Nate Robinson's honor and indicated on social media that it's easy to laugh when most wouldn't dare get in the ring. That's what he said. Now, as someone who constantly advocates for the fighters, and I'll go as far as to say that they're the most neglected, abused, and forgotten about athletes on earth, I have to agree with that statement as it applies to fighters. However, the reason that I 100% disagree with Jamal Crawford said here, and the reason that everybody on my social media so far has also disagreed with Jamal Crawford, is because Nate Robinson did not dedicate his life to boxing, didn't grow up getting the shit beat out of him trying to become a boxer, didn't live a rough, tough, hard life trying to make ends meet as a boxer. Absolutely not. He stepped in as a celebrity against another celebrity and was offered $600,000 to take one gimmicky fight against another person who is not a boxer, but rather a YouTuber trying to be a boxer. That's a key missing element from the thought process that was running through Jamal Crawford's head when he made that statement on social media. And so I took it upon myself to put out the message on social media and ask people, 600K. Would you fight for 600K? Needless to say, I still have yet to find anyone on my social media that wouldn't fight anybody for 600K. That includes mother, father, uncle, religious leaders, you name it. If you put 600K on a plate and tell somebody they can have that, if they go in there and they box with someone, I would be hard pressed to find a single person that wouldn't take that 600K to fight that person in that ring, regardless of who that person in that ring is. So I just think a statement like that, just further amplifies the goofiness and the gimmicky nature and ridiculous nature of this entire event. And I wanted to say one more thing. I wanted to say that not only did friends comment on my social media, but as a promoter, obviously, I've got a ton of fighters that commented on my social media. And I wanted to shout out Krishna Kim, who was a former fighter. We've interviewed him on the channel. He's now a coach at NHC Martial Arts. And he indicated that he would fight anyone for a steak dinner. So there you have it, knuckleheads. When it comes to real fighters, especially, you could offer them $1,000 and they might go in there and fight anybody. Hell, one of the coaches on my social media indicated, which is true, that people actually pay for sparring partners. Basically pay to get their ass kicked. So to say that Nate Robinson was brave, because that's essentially what Jamal Crawford is saying. To say that Nate Robinson was brave for getting in there and getting knocked out 3 times, or rather just getting in there and fighting, because he didn't know he was going to get knocked out 3 times. which is like a super punch out or Mike Tyson's punch out TKO when you get knocked out 3 times. But anyway, for him to indicate that Nate Robinson was brave, essentially, for getting in there with Jake Paul, man, it just shows you how disconnected celebrities and athletes and all these people are from reality. I mean, it's why when an athlete or a celebrity, advocates for something that they're not familiar with or wants to tell me their politics or whatever it is, I look at it like, oh yeah, oh okay, all right, yeah, okay. I can't take it seriously. And this one, this one hits home. I also indicated on my social media before I let you guys go, I said that for 600K, me personally, and I'm going to put this offer out there, I will fight Mike Tyson for 600K. If they'll pay me 600K, I'll fight him whenever he wants, under whatever rule set he wants. And after he knocks me out, I'll buy him dinner and shake his hand and thank him very much and reinvest the majority of that $600,000 right back into Fighters Rep Promotions, where I'll give actual fighters who want to do this for a living and who are struggling the opportunity to do this. So knuckleheads, my question for you is, was Nate Robinson brave for getting in there and fighting Jake Paul, the legendary Jake Paul, for $600,000? You tell me. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button below, the bell notification icon next to it. Be sure to smash the like button, otherwise YouTube, is just going to ignore me. And be sure to get your Fighters Rep gear in the link below. That's the only way we're going to make, the only way we're going to make money at this point with this whole lockdown. So I'd really appreciate that. It's going to get reinvested, the majority of it, right back into the promotion so I can continue to build actual fighters that actually struggle, that are actually brave. Knuckleheads, we'll talk soon.